We have initiated this talk 1.5 years back. Since then, we have covered it more than 6 times because this stock has been special. इस स्टॉक के बारे में स्पेशल ये था कि हमने इस स्टॉक को अराउंड 70 लेवल पे खरीदा था और लास्ट प्राइस आई चेक्ड it was above 800. It has done really well for me personally. So I'm going to deep dive into this business for an open question. ये 10x हो गया, अब इससे आगे क्या? So with that analysis, मैं आपके सामने हाजिर हूँ. मेरा नाम है अमिताभ और मैं करता हूँ इन्वेस्टिंग को सिंप्लीफाई. अगर अभी तक आपने इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब इट एंड चेक आउट मेनी डीप डाइव्स onto multiple sectors, multiple stocks, multiple names which you would not have heard on the street. That has been our specialty, to be part of a revolutionizing investment community which is most updated about businesses, and we have been sharing our updates with our community with channel in the form of quarterly updates. And if you have not yet checked out, then do check out this video and check out the description for links on the quarterly updates after Q4 con calls. Let's get deep dive into Shakti Pump. मैं अमिताभ से आपके सामने हाजिर हूँ. Those who don't know, I am an electrical engineer from BIT Mesra, Ranchi, and I have done MBA from IIM Mumbai, and I have been helping investors to get through this complex world called stock market. And that's why here are we with a Shakti Pump update video. This is not the detailed analysis because we have done it so many times, and you will get some link on the top of it if you want to understand this business in and out. We are not going to bask in the glory of the past. We are going to look forward to the futures. And ये business अभी currently किस position में है, where an investor, somebody who has invested into this business, how he should take the stock of things, what are the key developments which is happening in this business. All of these questions which are there in your mind, try to answer this in this update video which is coming after the Q4 2025 con calls. In this video, we'll talk about the financial performance of the company in this quarter and in this year, industry का outlook कैसा है, and we'll know the business update and the strategies the management is trying to implement. At the same time, we'll talk about the guidance, the growth guidance company has given, the risk factor which we'll discuss about it, and 3 key monitorables which you should know if you are looking at this business. So let's get down to the financials first. The company has done really well in FY25. FY24 से अगर हम top line की growth देखें तो 84% का jump है. EBITDA margin has expanded from 16.4 to 24%. Also, the jump of PBT is almost 192% on a YOY basis. PAT has jump 188%. If you look at the results from a quarterly perspective, then YOY Q4 has not grown much. It is less than 10% growth in top line, but PAT has grown at 23%. So still this company is able to grow at 20 plus in the bottom line, and that is a very good thing to note in this company. Obviously, this is not a startup or something that QOQ में बहुत jump होगा. And this is a business which has a cyclicality inbuilt into it. So let's just restrain ourselves to understand why these numbers are coming not on a basis of QOQ, because this company is dependent on certain orders and it is not trackable on quarterly basis. This company has for the first time achieved 2500 crore revenue in FY25 versus 1800 crore of the guidance. So this company has beaten the guidance, and that's a very commendable thing, and that's the reason why this company has been loved by the audience, loved by the investment committee. The retail investors have really loved it. So let's go to the outlook on the industry. So दोस्तों आपके लिए एक update है that we are deep diving into CDMO sector and we have found a hidden gem, और उसी को हम सिंप्लीफाई करने वाले हैं. आज 1 बजे वेबिनार लाइव होने वाला है. So you will get the link in the description. So you want to be part of that deep dive, more than 40-50 slides webinar where मैं सिंप्लीफाई करने वाला हूँ एक CDMO बिजनेस को फ्रॉम अल्फा टू ओमेगा. उसमें क्या ग्रोथ ड्राइवर्स हैं, व्हाई आई थिंक दिस इज अ स्टोरी नॉट टू बी मिस्ड आउट फॉर. जरूर ज्वाइन करें साधन इंसेप्शंस एपिसोड 1 on a CDMO stock. Do check out the link, and good news is that even if you miss it, then you can get the recordings. So just get your hands on this deep dive which we are launching on Sadhan.
An important thing to note is that CDMO webinar is part of Sadhan Practitioner membership. So, what are the other benefits of Sadhan Practitioner membership? You get early access to long term champions, master the art of sector rotation from me. You'll get a complete access of 30 plus exclusive videos, which are deep dive like we did in recent past, like Yash High Voltage or Synergy Green. You will get 30 such more videos. Also, you will get 2 AMA sessions, which extends up to 3 hours in every month. So you will have around 5-6 hours of direct interaction with me, where you can ask anything, and you will have access to my strategies, which has worked for me. And also, you can engage with vibrant Telegram community, which we have been building, and the inputs which we get and which keep us on the toes and which keeps our ear grounded. Also, you will get stock updates like this on a very timely manner, so that you know what is happening in the portfolio which you are building up. All these are perks of being a Sadhan Practitioner member. So go visit our website learn.amitabhatsya.com. See you there.
I would love to talk about three things that the management here believes that the long term demand for their product, which is solar pump, is not cyclical. This is what they have said. They said that demand will continue even if there are no Kusum subsidies. You know that the Kusum subsidy ka jo amount hai, that varies from 30% to 50-60%, and if we add up the subsidy from the state government, then this amount goes up to 90% in states like Maharashtra. So over 4.5 crore pumps are to be installed in India, which cannot be done by an individual player like Shakti Pump. Thus, management also welcomes a competition in the industry. So कंपनी का माइंडसेट काफ़ी इवॉल्व लग रहा है, बिकॉज दे आर गिविंग अस अ कॉन्फिडेंस दैट this company will do well despite the subsidy. If we look at the budget, then there was increase in the subsidy, so there is no question that there are any short term headwinds on the industry side of it. In terms of business, the execution and outlook, let's first gather the number of installation they have done in FY25. The total number of pump they have installed is 71,000 units. Quarter 4 alone was 18,000 units. They have enhanced the variable frequency drive, which is a kind of auxiliary for motors. तो VFD जाता ही जाता है हर एक पंप में, because a pump without motor is not a pump. So VFD plant capacity they are doubling from 2 lakh to 4 lakh. कंपनी ने जो कैश फ्लो जनरेट किया है उसको वो वर्टिकल बैकवर्ड इंटीग्रेशन में यूज कर रहे हैं. And VFDs are variable frequency drivers for use with solar water pump, allowing for variable speed control and efficient operation. So this is one of the rare OEM which is focused on the design part of solar pump. So VFD is one step into that. The structural component unit में उन्होंने expansion किया है from 1 lakh unit to 2 lakh unit, which is underway. So this company is trying to save on the margin because they are seeing a business for slightly longer term, and they are investing into backward integration. So order book as on date in 1654 crore, which is less than their total top line, which was 2500 crore. So that's why there is a little bit of shakiness, you can say, because order book जो है वो बढ़ेगा या नहीं बढ़ेगा, that is the thing to watch out for. And that's why the stock is not doing well, because order book में growth नहीं है, हालांकि number बहुत ही spectacular है. So let's get down to कि exactly क्या हो रहा है and what management is guiding for FY26. FY25 numbers जो है वो 2516 के हैं, and उसमें 437 crore was export, which is roughly 15%, and EBITDA margin was 24%. Next year guidance is revenue expected to be 3000 crore against, and the export would be 500 crore and EBITDA margin would be 24%. So margin would be maintained, and there is expected to be a growth of 20% in top line. That's the guidance for you. Let's look at the strategies they are going to imply to achieve what they have said in the quarter 4 con call. उन्होंने कहा है कि उन्होंने पीएम कुसुम में डायरेक्ट सेल्स किया है, एंड उनके OEM बिजनेस का पीएम कुसुम से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. So this company is not growing as a OEM, as a brand. They are growing as a PM Kusum pumps. So their fortunes are very much aligned with PM Kusum, if that is my personal opinion. And they are focusing on states and the SKUs, the stock keeping units. So the company has prioritized on taking orders in state where there are only higher margins. So that when you become a market leader and you have so many states to go, then obviously you would like to focus on where you are getting higher margins, but also better cash conversion. So this is for the first time company has highlighted the importance of cash flow, and they are sticking to their gun for getting the cash payment at the right time. And that was the most talked about thing in the con call. So cash collection पे इनका काफी focus है. Operating profit as well as cash flow are more important than market share and order book. They are market leader. They have a good market share, which is around 20%, and they are saying that they are not fixated on the order book. The company is not rushing to take orders to avoid any penalty related to delay in execution. So एक बार एक size gain कर लेने के बाद you know that what are the challenges, and that's why you will not very go like the newbie कि चलो हर state में जा करके जीत लेते हैं. So this company has become cautious and choosy in taking big orders. So they are confident of getting big order this year. The matter is that when the big orders are going to announce, that is to be watched out. ऑल्सो पीएम कुसुम का एक सी स्कीम जो है वो लॉन्च हुआ है, उसमें भी वो पायलट प्रोजेक्ट्स के थ्रू काम कर रहे हैं, जहाँ पे ऊर्जा दाता वाली बात हो रही है, यानी कि अन्नदाता यानी किसान जो है वो ग्रिड को वापस सोलर पंप, सोलर पीवी मॉड्यूल्स के थ्रू जो सोलर पंप चल रहा है, वो जब पंप नहीं चल रहा होगा तब भी सोलर एनर्जी आप जनरेट कर रहे होंगे, उसको वापस ग्रिड में देना है. दैट इज कंपोनेंट सी, जहाँ पे पंप इज अ सेंट्रल पीस ऑफ पजल. सो दिस कंपनी इज एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग विद सम पायलट प्रोजेक्ट्स. If they break through this, then it is going to be a game changer for this company for sure. So let's identify the risk factor in this business, and that is dependence on Maharashtra. Let's just have a look at the order book. Out of the 1654 crore order book, more than 50% is roughly 890 crore is coming from Maharashtra. There are two schemes. First one is having 115 crore, and the second one is the Magel Tayala Saur Urja Yojana, that is off-grid solar pumps. These are having 742 crores. So these are to be noted that Maharashtra में जो गवर्नमेंट है that has to be supportive, and so far ये कंपनी के लिए अच्छा है कि मैनेजमेंट, ये कंपनी थोड़ी अलाइंड है बीजेपी साइड से, तो महाराष्ट्र में इन कैबिनेट इज इन देयर सपोर्ट. सो दैट्स वाई महाराष्ट्र में उनको कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी पॉलिटिकली. सो दैट्स अ थम्स अप फॉर दिस स्टॉक इफ यू लुक एट पॉलिटिकली. तो हमने महाराष्ट्र का जो स्टेट बजट है उसमें से कुछ नंबर डिग आउट किया है आपके लिए. उसमें स्टेट बजट में जो एलोकेशन ऑफ पावर सब्सिडीज फॉर एग्रीकल्चरल पंप्स कंज्यूमर हैज ग्रोन 20%. तो उन्होंने बजट में एलोकेशन बढ़ा दिया है. फ्रॉम लास्ट ईयर 14,000 करोड़ वाज टू बी डिप्लॉयड टुवर्ड्स giving agricultural pumps. Now this number is going to go up to 17,815 crore, which is 20%, which is in line with the companies का जो target growth है. And 50% profit वहीं से आ रहा है, 50% of top line महाराष्ट्र से आ रहा है. So महाराष्ट्र में भी 20% growth हो रहा है, तो that is in line with the company's strategy. And this is important number because ultimately whatever schemes we launch, we have PM Kusum, वहाँ पे central government is supporting. महाराष्ट्र में माजेल तयाला सौर ऊर्जा is basically CM level scheme. वहाँ पे CM is okay to give around 17,000 crore. So those things are the small things one should appreciate before latching on to a longer term stock ideas like Shakti Pump. So you should get into the nitty-gritties of the companies which are awarding, company which are going to fund, and all kind of regulatory setup you should study, so that you will get a business which can grow for long term. And that's what Sadhan mantra is, to understand thing in such detail that nobody else can dig and go down that deep, so that we can latch on to those businesses even though the going gets tough. So that's our core mantra. With that, let's look down to the last part of the business, and that is the key monitorable. So सबसे important monitorable है receivable. तो receivable अगर हम FY25 में देखें तो it has grown from 667 crore to 1049 crores, which is quite a jump, which is around 40% jump. हालांकि receivable days उन्होंने घटाया है, debtor days have actually reduced. Receivable days overall has improved from 178 days to 152 days, and that they are targeting to reduce it to 120 days. And if they achieve it, that would be a huge positive, because we are going to track this number for ourselves, that receivable days should be crucial as they determine the working capital stress of the company. So if at all there are going to be a stress in the company, that would flow from the working capital side of it. So we are watching it very closely, although the numbers are supporting us, so things are going good. Other thing is that this company is getting into solar cell capex. So backward integration में उनका जो एक और चीज है जो which they are trying to do is they are getting into backward integration by setting up a solar cell. But meanwhile ये प्लांट आने में भी टाइम है, तो उन्होंने सोलर सेल सप्लाई के लिए पहले ही रिन्यू पावर एक कंपनी है जो सोलर सेल बनाती है, उससे 1300 करोड़ वर्थ डील कर ली है, जो कि इस साल काम आएगा. तो इस साल की सप्लाई चेन तो सिक्योर्ड है एंड allowing them to bid for orders. तो उन्होंने बैकवर्ड इंटीग्रेट तो करने का प्लान किया है, बट उसके पहले दे आर इंश्योरिंग दैट सप्लाई should be ensured. Company is now in a position to bid for more orders. Earlier they were restrained due to the shortage. So Q3 में ये उनको एक चैलेंज हो रहा था, क्योंकि Q3 में बहुत सारी कंपनीज के आप कॉन कॉल पढ़ेंगे तो उसमें सोलर सेल अवेलेबिलिटी वाज अ क्वेश्चनेबल थिंग, एंड दैट्स व्हाई Q4 तक इन्होंने QIP अनाउंस कर दी और उन्होंने इस कैपेक्स को यूज़ करने वाले हैं towards solar cell, and they have got land allotment done by their home state, which is Madhya Pradesh, for solar cell plant. They said that to achieve a top line of 3000 crore, which is the guidance, they need 1200 to 1400 crore of solar cells, which they have already kind of got a supply arrangement with Renew Power for 1300 crore. So supply side में कोई surprises नहीं है कि उन्हें solar cell नहीं मिलेगा, because Renew is a professionally run company. They are expanding on a 2 gigawatt solar cell plant that will ensure the future availability and ensure the long-term growth plans of this company. So this company is taking certain long-term measures to grow in the future as well. The third key monitorable is the fundraise. That company has got an approval of 400 crore QIP in Jan 2025 to facilitate their expansion program for solar cell and all those things. So, but fundraise plan is on hold. They are saying that they will raise the fund for the next end of the year, because you know that the funding environment was not great this year after January. So funds would be necessary to establish the backward integration plant, and we need to keep that execution of this fundraise in current market, because it is important for this company's long term growth. So अगर fundraise बहुत पीछे हो जाता है तो इनके plans शायद पीछे हो जाए. So within next 6 months, if they are able to do it, I think that should keep the story on track. So that's all for us on this video, and you let me know कि आपको ये अपडेट कैसा लगा. साथ ही हमें ये भी बताएं कि हम कौन से स्टॉक के बारे में डिटेल एनालिसिस करें या अपडेट बनाएं. Please let me know in the comment. And also I would like to appraise you that we have done some changes into Sadhan channel membership, and you would definitely see a video explaining the benefits of Sadhan channel membership. So meanwhile, you can just check out benefits by hitting the join button. जो subscribe button के बगल में जो join button है उसे आप प्रेस करके साधन के जो benefits हैं channel members होने के, वो perks हमने रिवाइज किए हैं. You should definitely go and check them and join our growing community of Sadhan channel members. So I welcome you into Sadhan Pro, Sadhan Prime, and we are soon going to launch Sadhan Prime Plus. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.
Video is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial, investment, or trading advice. The information presented is not a recommendation or endorsement of any particular investment strategy, security, or financial decision. Investing involves risks, and viewers should conduct their own research. The creator of this video is not responsible for any financial losses incurred based on the information provided.